Hello, everybody. I'm Connor McIver with Remax and the Paris 911 team here in Santa Clarita, California. Just a quick word about short sales. Some of you may know or you may not. Basically, a short sale is an issue where an owner of a property can no longer afford their mortgage payments. And that can come about several reasons, of course: death, divorce, disease, job loss. Other related issues could happen to be an adjustable interest rate mortgage that's about to turn. Whatever the scenario is, it's going to be up to you finding yourself a qualified realtor or a real estate team that's able to handle a short sale. When you look on the internet, on the World Wide Web, and you're searching for different avenues of approach or different agents or different teams, you're going to see a lot of experts in the field and a lot of short sale certified titles being thrown around out there. In actuality, the trick to a short sale, as I see it, number one, they need to have somebody committed that all they do all day long is call the bank. Call and call and call and call and call on your behalf. If they have somebody like that in place, and I'm not talking about a third-party vendor that they would go out and hire, because as you can imagine, in this market, in this depressed economy, there's been a lot of interesting new businesses that have been started. And those businesses become quite successful, basically playing on other people's hardship. So be wary whoever you speak with. But if they actually have one of their own office staff that's doing the follow-up as we do, and they're constantly calling the bank, a lot of times your short sale is going to become approved more sooner than not. What is required, however, are a few items to be able to complete a package. And with a short sale, whenever we're approaching the bank, we don't go in blind. We have to go in with a complete package that we've put together. A few of those items that we're going to throw in there are going to be, of course, your property, having it put on the market, showing it's listed, a copy of the current MLS sheet to prove to the bank that it's actually on the market and listed. What we'll do prior to that is we'll sit down with you and establish a price, and it can't be $1. It's going to have to be comparative with market value, taking into account about a 90-day estimate of where the property is going to be. And we can do that with some of the models we have in place. We can look at where the market was 90 days ago, estimate a declination amount, and then, of course, price your property accordingly. The bank needs to see that we're not just pricing it so far under market in order to obtain that one offer that's also necessary to have the bank starting the process with the short sale. Also within the package, we'll need you to produce first letter of hardship. We'll talk you through profit and loss statement showing where you were at one time and why now affordability of the property is out of the question. Then after we have all that together, and including, like I said, an offer, and getting the offer is kind of a tricky part because a lot of agents out there are kind of telling their clients stay away from short sales, whereas we've seen that market kind of change. So it used to be a fact that short sales would take months and months and months to negotiate, and because they're kind of a new thing in this particular market at least, and they haven't been around since the 90s, because they're a new thing, people have kind of forgotten what has to take place in order to have them actually go through. Now, we've seen this. We've handled a lot of short sales. We have several short sale listings currently, and we'll continue to get short sale inventory under our team. And what we do have the committed office person I spoke about, not somebody that we hire third party, but actually somebody that works for Paris and I. So all she does all day long is call the bank, and she negotiates. We know what a complete package is. We also have some of the inside track to most of the major banks, and we're also really successful at negotiating the 80-20 scenarios, the 80-10-5-5s, where you have separate loans on your mortgage, even HELOCs in place. The truth of the matter is this: a short sale is going to be easier on your credit, and it should be, because the bank is the one approving it. Without the bank's approval, it doesn't go through. So somewhere it's labeled short sale approved by the bank, and then they bless it, and it gets to run its course. With a foreclosure, it's as if the owner doesn't want to help himself or help anybody at all. They just basically walk. So there is somewhat of an advantage, but with everything, as we tell all of our clients, It's very important for you to check with your CPA. If you're teetering towards bankruptcy possibly being an option, you need to check with your attorney. There's some homework that's needs to be done on your behalf, because doing a short sale is definitely a big step. So you want to make sure, number one, you hire a good team, which we are, but number two, when we ask you to do some work on your own, because I can tell you what my tax guy says, I can tell you what my attorney says, but in essence, it would be so much better to hear it from the people that are on your team, because they're not slighted, maybe bent towards me or towards our team. Anyway, that's short sales in a nutshell. Yes, we do them. Yes, we've been very successful. Bottom line, here's one more thing. There's a lot of talk about paying up front. We only charge a flat fee up front for a short sale. Bottom line, the bank's going to approve the commission that we set on the property and approve to pay us. It's not coming from you. The bank is the one that approves it, because ultimately the bank will be the seller in the case of a short sale once they do approve it. If the bank says we're to get nothing, then unfortunately that's the way it works out. If the bank says we get our commission, the other agent gets theirs, then that's the way it works out. But as far as people charging you up front to conduct a short sale, that's something to be very wary of, and in actuality cannot be done. So whenever we take a listing, be it bank-owned or short sale or anything else, we start the mechanism and process where we take your property and we advertise it through the gills, and it doesn't matter whether or not it's actually going to work out, because the bank might tell us, sorry, there's no way that we're going to approve the short sale, but at least we've done our due diligence and done our part as we said we would. And we'll show you every step of the way. But it doesn't cost you anything, so don't get caught up in, we'll only charge you so much money, because if it doesn't go through, nothing gets charged to anybody, especially the bank, because that's the way it works. And I shouldn't have said especially the bank. You shouldn't pay anything either. You're going to have enough to go through with getting the short sale done and going through that stress and that mess. Connor McIver, if you need me, you can reach us toll-free, 877-977-REMAX. That's 877-977-7362. You can also call us here directly at 661-400-1720. We handle real estate in Santa Clarita Valley, but we go a lot of other places within North Orange County, Los Angeles proper, areas out east, out north, and out west. So if you need us and that's where you're living and you're watching this video, feel free to call me. I'll walk you through it. I'll explain everything. And then eventually you and your beloved, or you and whomever it is, or just you yourself, can come out to our offices, sit down with me at my desk, and we'll sit down and I'll cover the A to Z to short sales once again, and then include some other information too. Thank you for your patience. I hope you're doing well. I am Connor McIver with REMAX, and I'll talk to you very soon, and be safe. Thanks.